And good morning to everyone. This is Ramon Scott coming to you from Las Vegas, sports betting capital of the world. And I've got the morning steam for Saturday, December 2nd. Thank you for joining me on a huge sports betting Saturday. The moves are rolling in, and we're going to talk about so many games today. And we got to try to do it in, two, 2 hours or so. Can it be done? Probably not. We'll just give out a lot of picks, get your comments, get your picks as well. This is your chance to show your picks to, well, a couple hundred people, I would guess, by the time the video gets rolling throughout the day. Of course, yeah, there's some early games we'll talk about. Probably should have previewed some of these college football games, at least the early games. We're going to talk about every championship game here in just a couple of minutes, plus a long NBA card, a long NHL card, and I'll preview three games from top 40 college basketball. I don't know what you can do on a day like today with all that college basketball, but we'll be rolling along and looking at some top matchups here. How did you guys do yesterday with the big action? Pac 12, how about it? Washington. We had them as our premium winner yesterday, the Washington Huskies with the victory. We had them plus the points, but certainly gave a big chance to win, and they get it done against Oregon. I guess we squeaked in there under the total by half a point for the most part. Hope you did too, or whatever you had on the game. Good morning, everyone. See your comments coming in. And Washington at least solves that part of it, right? A little bit with, maybe another. So we have an undefeated team. I mean, Washington's in, there's no doubt. Just the other quirks that'll happen today. What can we see, especially with the SEC and what's going to happen with, uh, you know, probably Texas as well, right? What could happen to these teams that could shake things up just a little bit? Just a little bit of controversy here, maybe, and we get our final teams. Let me say hello to everyone and then get started. Uh, who do we have to open the doors? None other than Blake coming at us today. And it's my crew. We got Lazzy here early. We've got Thomas here, and we've got doubles and a dozen of you here so far. So maybe not people though slow start to the day. Maybe they don't want to join me, but they're going to miss out on a bunch of free sports picks. Hopefully they're good ones, and I'll try to bring you winners today. But also you guys have your picks as well. And this, like I said, your opportunity to put your picks on the stream and everyone can recognize. And I like the card. I'm going to give you a bunch of free winners up and down here in a bunch of games. And some games I'm going to give you a side and a total. My preferred plays here. Hopefully we'll get it done and get you some winners. Go over to Tony'sPicks.com real quick. Take a look at the crew, see how they did yesterday. We've got to get this show started, don't we? Salty, he liked the card last night. Maybe he was involved in that New Mexico State and Liberty game. We gave out the winner here on the over on the show, didn't we? It was a wild one yesterday with Liberty getting the big win over New Mexico State, taking down my Aggies in that one. Fernando, hello. Let me just cover here real quick before we get over there. I'll cover my portion of the international soccer coverage. Not enough people are interested in the games, but I just want to let everybody know in case they're looking to play on this soccer card that's underway. I'm watching right now already Italian action here in front of me with uh, what do we got? I've got a Spanish league game over here. It looks like right now here. So also I'm looking at uh, Genoa and Empoli here as well. So and we've just had a goal over here with Valencia and Girona. So action flying here already with soccer action. Ari, hello. That's how Ramon rolls. Just watch games and can't fire on everything, but and there's Fernando talking about the Cologne game. So, one more note I actually have actually for you. This will be my soccer coverage, I guess. I mean, it's a huge day if you like soccer over in the domestic leagues with Premier League and all the divisions in England going on. There's even FA Cup action today as well in all the leagues. But one game of note: Bayern Munich and Union Berlin. That game has been postponed. There's just too much snow. There's too much snow on the ground, so we do have one postponement of note in a big in a big league. So Bundesliga action, Munich and Berlin, they will postpone that game with snow. All right, let's go over to Tony's Picks. There we go. Again, we got it all for you. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well yesterday on the card here on the site. Let's see. It was Mindy Hahn. Here with a great day. Mindy goes 4-1. Looks like a short leaderboard. Not good. Tim Irwin won his 2 picks for the day. The VIP account continuing to produce right now. A real strong run for the boss. 4-2 here. Nick Bartini. He's the face of Platinum Cappers. He won his only play. Tony T went 2-1 yesterday as well. And Collins Brown is on that leaderboard. Over the last 7 days, well, I'm still the leading handicapper here at Tony'sPicks.com. So let's call it a 9-day run here for me. So I've been on top of the leaderboard here for a few days with the weekly leaderboard. Good, decent record here, and up 8 1/3 units this week. Tony T also having a pretty strong run right now, and he's up nearly 500 units. Daniel Walasachuk is up there as well as Ben Ruhala, and there is a VIP account. Over the last 30 days, it's Daniel Walasachuk clicking in at 60%, up over 15.5 units. Sean Dinwiddie, the king of totals, he's up a nickel over the month. Joseph Schultz, 4 3/4 units profit. Tony T's up 452, and Marlon Pettis is up for the month as well. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages for today, including mine in college football. I'll let you know that I'm locked and loaded for the big card today in college football. Hey, if you've always ever wanted to roll with me here, today's the day. I'm going to give you my best 7 plays in today's college football championship games for $35. And there you see it right there. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout. It'll be even less. And if I don't prove to be a winner with this card based on 100 units profit, well, we do offer you the opportunity to grab another $35 package, or I don't know, maybe a couple of $15 plays from some cappers, whatever you choose to do with your credits back. But we're going to get it today. I'm going to get it today. College football championship Saturday. We worked all year to hopefully come up with some big games. We're not passing on college football championship Saturday. I've got every game except for one, and maybe I'll let you know what that game is when we go to the rundown, and I'll probably give out a side and a total here on the show, because one game we're going to try to show our stuff here. We'll give you a play on each game, though, here. But my best play on each game is behind the paywall here at Tony'sPicks.com. That's what I do full time. Watch a lot of games, look at a lot of statistics. Computers are talking to me all day long. Just sitting here doing my favorite thing that I love to do in the world. Whatever it's cost me in my social life doesn't matter. I'm satisfied with you guys here joining me. And we'll get it today. So consider my package, not just to buy the package. Got into I saw one of our regulars, you guys. I don't know if he's here right now. He's not commenting. So a guy who's a real good popular chatter in here saying, don't buy picks. All right, don't buy picks. How about supporting me and the work that I do here on the show? Hopefully pick you some winners, give you some information, and you get my picks for today as well. But I get the commissions off this. Yeah, there's a little bit of, sales to it with the staff and how it works here. We got the huge Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut. Just doesn't pay by itself. Tony just doesn't, run thousands of views and take care of the whole staff. We've got to work hard, and that's why I stay up to the wee hours of the morning and get up at 3 a.m. and prepare for this show, because I love sports betting, and you guys do too. So, all right, that's about the commercial today. We're not going to really go. We'll give it a little different format for the commercial. Please choose my package over there. But if you don't choose me, choose any of the other cappers as well. You go down to the premium pick section, you'll find all the packages that are locked and loaded from the crew. You bet today on a big day, everyone's got them ready to roll, including look at that football action there with some of those games. Okay. All right, let's go back to the webs. Back, let me get back here and see if you guys commented on anything. Joey's here today. And Fernando, thank you for everything that you do with our crew. And let's just get the show. Unless you have okay, anything else we wanted to review from yesterday, real quick, with the action in the NBA. Obviously, the story yesterday in the NBA was uh, the injuries, the late notices, right, with Philadelphia and Boston, and Embiid being out in Boston, not covering that inflated number. Got into a little bit of a debate, a fun debate because of a great guy who I've been hanging with on some of these streams about playing sides with injuries. And we described it yesterday, right, with the 76ers saying, look, and I expressed a concern about Embiid's health with his illness, talking about how, look, if there's a few people on the team and Maxi comes down, we don't know, we didn't know about Maxi, but we were talking about Embiid and say, I was saying, look, I'm playing the spot here with Philadelphia, and if these guys are out, I want to wait. Of course, we want to take more points. I'll give out Philadelphia now plus 6 or 7, whatever the case may be. To me, the indicator is Embiid will miss. The point spread will go up. I like Philadelphia in the spot. Sure enough, the 6 point spread goes up to 11 after Embiid and Maxi was out. Probably would have been 9 if Maxi was now 9.5. He's probably worth a point and a half or two to the public in the betting eye. So when we're giving out these games, we're talking about spots for the most part. That's why even on the free picks, hey man, we're all going to have clunkers. Okay, we're all going to be on the short end, but we're trying to just give the best action perceived, sometimes against the public a little bit, right? That's kind of the way to go in the long term. So keep that in mind when you're considering those injuries. Look, it's hard to if we give out a play and you don't feel comfortable with that star player, don't do it. I get it, but I was pressed into the argument that star players do not matter. Of course they do, and it comes back to the old adage that it is baked into the line, and the job as a handicapper is to handicap the injuries. I understand people want to pass and wait till the last moment. I'm always going to give you what my opinion is on the game, and if you're going to watch the game and you're going to have a wager on it, hey, look, we're not talking about the Super Bowl here where every little detail is already uncovered. We know everything that's going on. There's a lot of moving parts in a lot of these games. So, and the other news yesterday was the other late injury, late report with Luka Doncic. And what happened to Luka? Well, he had a baby. His wife had a baby. So good job, Luka and family. And so he missed the game. Well, not going to hold him back too much. What a terrible excuse for Luka. So couldn't they have known earlier? No, you're not going to. They always say, "Hey, can't you induce labor?" Hey, look, it's a woman's choice. So families make their own choices. Congratulations to Luka. We'll see. They play again today. So in hockey, 2 games. Congratulations to the San Jose Sharks and all their backers yesterday. Finally getting that win, that money, that road game. Good job, Sharks. And Columbus game went. What was it? Columbus over Ottawa. All right. Perky's talking the Marquette game. Well, I'll have a pick on that game. That's one of the 3 games I'm expected to cover today in top 40 action. We got to get rolling, man. Yesterday in college basketball, Houston held off Xavier in a good one. Yeah, Indiana did rock Maryland. I tried to go with a dog there. No big deal. We did have some winners on the show yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, with I don't I can't even read my writing. College ball didn't probably go too well. Looks like to me. Thank you, Gerardo, for your soccer action here for the group. We'll put yesterday aside and get rolling, man. There's so many games. We're going to give out a pick. We're going to go so fast. All right. Yeah, I hear you, Solo. And that's just the thing. I mean, I want you guys to feel confident. If you play one game a day, hey, no problem. I play so many games. It wouldn't be even be fair to tell you all the plays that I make, but that's because everyone has different styles, and I'm trying to play my full base of knowledge over the whole thing. Okay, if I have, if I have any knowledge, I don't know. Here we go. Let's go to college football action for today because this is going to be awesome. And we're rolling early. So I'm sorry about that. We'd like to have these videos up, but with basketball, no excuses. Let's just get on with it with the Big 12 with Oklahoma State and Texas in this one. Should be awesome, of course. Yeah, I mean, Texas is going to have a big advantage here. One of the most lopsided games of all the championship games here, with favored by 2 touchdowns in this one. But don't leave out Oklahoma State here a little bit, right? I mean, after all, they've won 7 of their last 8 games after that 2-2 start. Uh, Cowboys won last week. 40-34 over BYU, trailed that game 24-6. So I think they come in pretty good spirits here in this one. You got a guy like Gundy, always pretty solid against the spread. Cowboys 4-1 as a spread dog. Here they are in the championship game, and they were underdogs 5 times this year and did a pretty good job, man. 4-1. You got Gundy. I like what's going on here with Oklahoma State. Oh, sure, Texas is going to get a lot of attention with viewers. Look, I can't argue that this offense could be suited for a big day passing here. Uh, but Oklahoma State, don't sleep on them, man. I got them to stay within this number, I would think, here for sure. Yeah, Texas, 6-game winning streak, 3-3 against the spread. So laying a big number. Oklahoma State, I mean, they didn't, just to pick a team out of a hat here. They own they earn the right. Texas 5-6 against the spread as a favorite this season. Of course, we're going to be taking here Oklahoma State plus these points. It opened 11.5. We're up to 15 here. Maybe it even might be 14.5 for some folks. I know they always say do your shopping, but even I don't even I don't have even in Vegas, right, where it's a little bit tough. Don't have every book going. You wish you did. You can't always, but oh no, it's 15 across the board. It looks like here, and I'm taking Oklahoma State. Anybody with me? Feels like Texas is going to be pretty popular here, but you guys are pretty sharp. Uh, Oh, interesting, Gerardo. I wouldn't, sir. With all due respect, one of my favorite guys. I don't believe you. Or maybe you just give out a lot of opinions too. You like to help others here. So, um, but do appreciate all your picks, man, for sure. Promise you that. And we'll be talking about that game as well, Joey. Good. Me too, Gerardo. That's just the thing. I like, you think I don't make it up. I'm not that guy. Oh, I like this. I like figure skating. I like cricket. I like all kinds of stuff, man. I guess just because it just gets to watch the same kind of sports over and over. But I like the highest level of competition at the niche with the niche sports, really. And this might be a little, I like watching women's college volleyball on ESPN Plus, and not because of why you think. I just think it is a spectacular, awesome sport to watch, quite frankly. Steam play. Okay, and looks like there's some Oklahoma States in there with Perky and Blake. So let's do it. We're on Oklahoma State. We got to keep this rolling. Get my premium pick if you want. Obviously, look, I just gave you Oklahoma State. I talked about the game. Maybe you can summarize, conceptualize my pick on the total. If you don't, it's on Tony'sPicks.com. Careful, Peasy. All right, here we go. Yeah, Perky, it could have, Hey, they could. They could. Texas is a look. I would have a hard time devising a way to stop the Texas offense. I'm going to give Oklahoma State a chance to do that today. but it is a pretty good matchup for viewers. I'm just taking those points. Okay, let's talk about the MAC with Miami of Ohio and Toledo. Wow, Toledo. Hey, look, I don't think the American game disappointed last night. And you talk about out of these championship games, right? The non Power Five games. And this one's not going to disappoint either. Toledo does look pretty strong here as a favorite, but don't sleep on uh, Miami O here, I would think, in this one. Um, Take a look here and give you some information with the Red Hawks. I mean, they've covered 8 out of their last 10 games this season. Now, the regular. Toledo did win the regular season meeting back uh, in Oxford on October 21st. Toledo was a 2-point favorite on the road and they won 21-17. Toledo led that game 21-3 at halftime. The teams actually hadn't met, believe it or not, in over a decade, and they're meeting now for the second time this season. So Toledo, they lost their opener to Illinois by 2 points. They've won every game since then. So I think Toledo probably is going to get a lot of attention at the window here from betters based on that. Maybe overlooking Miami here, possibly a little bit. I mean, they've been going bowling here over the last couple of years. They've been pretty good. They'll obviously have another bowl game on tap here coming along. They're 15-12, last 27 conference games, and the Rockets, they are 16-26 against the spread, coming off of a win. Man, this is going to be a tough game for them, I would think, for sure here in this one. Now, the total has been beaten down here from a high of 46 and a half down to 43 and a half, where for me, look, I do think there will be a defensive tone. I think that going over in this game is does feel a little bit square. I'm going to go over in this game, thinking just maybe there's a little bit of value here down from that number of 46 and a half. Toledo, they explode point wise, right? But on mostly on bad teams. I think when you get good teams in the MAC, it turns into a little bit of a grind, a grudge, a little bit here. So I think it's going to be close to the total, but I'm giving out the over here based on the value in this one. Uh, Toledo, they've had some explosive games offensively. They run the ball, uh, pretty much is kind of their forte. Yeah, they can mix it up. They're actually very versatile. They've covered 4 of the last 5 games. They're good, man. But I'm going to end up here on the over in this one as my play here on the show. And let's take a look here with um Perky says, "Nah, he's not buying it." Well, I watched my one of my teams last night. I'm down to 2 teams in the state playoffs for the teams that I follow. I'm big college. I got toothpaste on my chin, you guys. All right, for the teams that I follow, hope that's toothpaste. And uh, and my team got beat last night 49-21. They were up against Mission Viejo. That's not fair. The fans were all upset because they couldn't move the ball, and you know they were getting mad at the coach who just just had the greatest 2 years of any coach in the history of the area that I follow, and they were yelling at the coach to start passing the ball when all the other team was doing was picking it up and running it back. All right, here we go. I think I understand football. Solo's going to go under in this one. And all right, maybe um, Perky says take Toledo in this. Okay, doubles. Okay, I didn't figure it out. I knew there was something there to that, and I was like, "What is that?" Yeah, Perky. My Granite Hills team lost to Mission Viejo last night, but the Diablos. What could you say? I mean, they'll probably win the state title, of course. Okay, and let's roll with the next one. Let's go out to my conference, if you will, the one that I should have some expertise on with Boise State and UNLV. And this game's right here in Vegas. And here's the thing, right? It's a little bit. shenanigans here a little bit. It felt like with the Mountain West. Was UNLV better than San Jose State? Probably not. Are they the better story? Are they the better for the Mountain West to have UNO? Probably. That they play their game at home. Look, San Jose State deserved to be in this game. Um, there are just some things that I don't know what else I can say about it. Anyways, there UNLV is an underdog here to Boise State in this one, and it's being played in the Allegiant Stadium. Boise obviously has been in this game before, and UNLV uh, this is their first time. It's their first time in this Mountain West title game, and even if they didn't deserve it, they certainly deserve some recognition. They've got a candidate, an actual Coach of the Year candidate in Barry Odom for the way he's turned around the program. But again, you're playing in the weaker conference, and look, it's been awesome, man. I being here in Vegas, seeing this team do this as someone who had been to the Silver Bowl in the old days too and watched games, but. Um, Coming out to Vegas, but still, this has just been unprecedented run here for the Rebels and UNLV. They've covered 14 of their last 24 conference games coming into this one. Boise, what can you say? They fired the coach. They're still in the championship game, so expectations are always high for Boise. They've just been mediocre though as a favorite, 7-9-1 against the spread of late. These teams haven't met since before the pandemic, I believe. So I'm not too interested in the series history here because this is a totally new UNLV situation coming into this one. So I think Boise. I think the experience is going to be too much here. I'm going to end up with Boise. I'm going to root. Well, it's tough. I mean, I want to win my bet, but I do want UNLV to have a great showing here. But I just feel like it's going to be just a little bit too much against Boise in this one. Boise will, to me, have the experience. There's not a home crowd edge despite being played at the Allegiant Stadium. In fact, I would think Boise's crowd, while it might be mixed, they'll bring a crowd. Boise does travel. Uh, I don't expect a loud. I expect the Boise crowd to be louder than the UNLV crowd, if that makes any sense. It won't be like last night's game here with the loud crowd and other events with teams in Las Vegas. No, Chad, we're just getting going. We gotta roll this here too, you guys. Let's see. Thank you, Peasy, for your college basketball today. Thank you, sir. Ferner likes UNLV, and uh, Boise here for solo. All right, and Thomas. I don't know. All right, give me the Broncos. Oops. I cannot get rid of Thomas. I want to get rid of your comment. It won't go away. All right. I'm going to take Boise here in this one to cover. Maybe UNLV can get the money. Maybe it'll be a tight finish, exciting game. All right. Let's go to the the American. I think I called the other conference the AAC earlier. Of course, Conference USA is what we were talking about, right? But here's the American. Uh, too many conferences nowadays. Even I get it wrong. So here we go with SMU and Tulane in terrific game. Tulane, you guys, is really we've talked about them plenty of times over the season. Yeah, we didn't have all their games covered, I don't think, on the show because in their conference and the tight way we were previewing some games, some of their games didn't probably get covered, but their Tulane is like one of the best teams in the country. We all know that right now. I mean, given this improbable 2-year run that they're currently on right now, just went 8-0 in conference again. They won their 10 straight games. They lost to Ole Miss and then got started winning them all. Tulane is 18-7 in their last 25 games as a home favorite. Now, um, look, uh, Tulane, there's no doubt that SMU is coming in here. They went undefeated in conference as well. They went 5-3 against the spread. The offense, man, putting up some big points in that winning streak, averaging over 45 points a game. But the key in information here in this game is the injury to the SMU quarterback Stone. And another debate I got into last night was the importance of quarterbacking play in college football. I argue that it is not as significant as it is in pro football or other positions, maybe in other sports. Um, I do believe that experience is big time important, and that's why some of the injuries, are bigger than others. But in general, right, in college football, you're just bringing through quarterbacks year after year. Usually a great quarterback certainly can play 2, 3, 4 years nowadays, but sometimes you might just have a quarterback for a year or two, so the other guy is preparing and ready. You don't know if he's going to be better than the next guy unless you've got a really hot prospect or a once in a generation type of talent like Stone is. So Stone probably a professional prospect. I mean, don't know if he's going to make but for SMU, they had never, they've probably never recruited a quarterback like this guy to a certain extent. So against my argument a little bit, but again, they're going to have capable quarterbacks. I mean, it's not like bringing like San Diego State bringing in a safety or something to play quarterback. Still, the guy had played quarterback, but anyways, so this is a big injury, I think, for SMU, and I think it could be a problem here today. Now, the total has dropped big time, and I'm not buying it. So if anything, I can give a little bit of push to me with SMU saying, they'll still be able to put up some points. Tulane is awesome. They're pretty cool, right? As far as what they've been. Remember, they beat USC just on the New Year's Day bowl game last year, and they're probably going to go out there and beat some other team again this year on New Year's Day. So I'm going over in this one that the total of the 5 point drop or 5.5 point drop from 52.5. I'm just going to say a little bit too far. As good as Stone is, I think it really puts SMU in a bind here today. The spread, to me, yeah, the spread has certainly moved in Tulane's favor, but um, has it moved enough? It's moved it because SMU opened, I believe, like a 1 point favorite on uh, some of the look aheads. They were kind of anticipating this matchup, but Stone, we already knew Stone was going to be out. So I don't think there's been enough adjustment necessarily for Stone being out of the game. So I rate him that highly. Maybe I'm higher than him than some, but I don't think I think everybody agreed that for SMU to get have a quarterback like Stone was a big deal. Okay, let's see what you guys have in this one. I'll just take the over here. Jeff Schramm, hello and welcome to you. I think you've been here a couple times before, or maybe not, but I'm really happy to have your comment here, and I think it's very a great comment. So, um, and one thing about Jeff's comment, people say, hey, they only stick to the Wong T. It's more NFL related, I think, but certain crossing through. I don't worry about that. I'll handicap a game, and if I want to look at another, taking it through, even if I'm ending up short on a key number, everything is relative, right, to what you think long term, right? Maybe if you were out there whipping up teasers and didn't include some. But they've already kind of worked the advantage into the increased prices over the last couple of years on teasers, and who doesn't love a good teaser? I love opening up a position with a teaser, on a game tying it into a game later and then doing some live betting and knowing you got 7 points going one way in your pocket. All right. Blake here will still take SMU. Ferner says SMU should be favored. So I want to say hello here to Richard Head here today, asking about. See if I can get some info for you on this, Richard. I just maybe a little bit pressed here for time on this one. Maybe by the end of these comments here, I can get a little bit of information here to continue that. So thank you to Smoke. Please smash and like. Steam play. Maybe I've convinced Thomas to take Tulane here in this one. I look SMU, great season. They're awesome. They can surely still win this game. We're giving out free sports picks. We're not handing out welfare checks here. You guys are too high class for that. So get a few more comments. I think I have the information here that I want to thank Richard for stopping by. Ron says he will go with the Tulane train in this one. And Ferner says that makes the difference for him. No QB, and understood. I mean, but hey, there's only one AAC 2023 championship game. Oh, goal! Oh man, what a fun here. Okay, so for Jennings, who people do, Jennings is getting some positive reviews here. 224 yards passing so far this season, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Compare that to Stone, who had 3,200 yards so far this season. So Jennings, it's about 1+ games of play this season. They've also had 2 other quarterbacks step in, but it's going to be Jennings today. Stone, 28 touchdowns and 6 interceptions this season. So Stone's a pretty good guy. I'm just saying, talked about really as SMU's top, quarterbacking prospect that they maybe have ever had. So okay, let's keep it going. I'm on the over there still. So if it says anything to you about SMU's chances maybe to hang in the game. All right. How about it? My favorite championship game, the SEC championship with a couple of undefeated teams. Don't forget about the Alabama Crimson Tide here. You guys, I just was watching before reason why. I don't know. Reason why I couldn't come on it. 10 minutes after the outside of 8 minutes, I was watching Nick Saban interview on the Sportsline channel. I wanted to hear what Nick Saban had to say. So I'm sorry the show started late. And here in this one, look, when you get 2 SEC teams together like this, I know we've had some big time games and performances. I don't know if the offenses are necessarily can carry the weight of this game to be up there with a 55, but I do know that I like the Alabama Crimson Tide to stay in this one. Of course I do. Milrose played just fine. I like Alabama to stay within this game. They might even win this game. Look, this has been an incredible run, a historic run by Georgia. Maybe they'll even win it again. Here, they're favored to win. Why wouldn't they win? Go on to the number 1 seed in the championship semifinals, sure, but I'm going to take it to be a close game. I like Alabama to hang in there. Of course I do. Coach Saban, Alabama, 10-4 in these title games and 8 straight since 2009. Remember, they weren't in there. So Alabama, they've won 10 straight now, 7-3 against the spread. Their only loss, of course, was that game to Texas. Alabama 25-18-1 in their last 44 games, coming in off of a win. Alabama, they're not underdogs very often. They've been underdogs twice in the last 7 years, and they're 1-1 against the spread. I'm no trend there. I just found it interesting that Alabama rarely an underdog. Uh, think of Georgia's dominance, and yeah, they're the better team right now than Alabama. Alabama used to, win the game every time. They've won 7 of the last 8 meetings. Underdog though, 7-2 in this series of late. Georgia's been the one kind of get the money sometimes. Under 6-3 in the last 9 meetings. I've got Alabama to stay in there today. Maybe I'm just an old hat. I want Alabama, an old Bear Bryant hat is what I might be in this one. Kirby Smart deserves mention, and Georgia is awesome. We know that. I'm going to take Alabama here. I'm not getting the best price. I've listed 4.5 there on the screen. It's probably 5 at a lot of places, but it was higher. You know that it was higher. We all know it was a little bit higher. So, who is, is it the betting public that's coming in here on Alabama? What I did see it as high as I thought I saw. Let me see. There was a 6. There was a 6.5 at FanDuel back on the 28th. So, not getting the best of it here, but is it the squares? Is it Joe Average going up there saying, give me Alabama against mighty Georgia? Let's see your comments. You guys aren't square. And Georgia money line. No, doubles. You are getting the discount, sir. You are getting the discount, in my opinion, because I think the move here is on Alabama. So, if anything, I always say, look, even if I'm going against you or whatever, I'm saying I'm getting the worst price of this one on the pick. I think the value, right? Some people might come on and say the value's on Alabama as they're getting the points. I don't think the value's on Alabama. I think the line was higher. Could have got more points. I think the value's on Georgia, and you're getting a good price. So good job. All right. Werner on Georgia here. Terrell. He likes Georgia. I understand the reasoning. Steam play. Nice to see Rico here today. Sorry, Rico, if I wasn't clear. We're on the over in that game. What I said was that I thought the line moved to the under with the absence of Stone was a little bit too much, even though I think it is the key piece of news. Talk about handicapping injuries. There I am handicapping the injury. Thanks, Ferner, for clearing that up. I'm sorry I missed that, actually. All right. Yeah, I think I'm sure I'm going to be in the minority here, and I don't have a problem with that. Oh, thank you. Understood, doubles. Yeah. Yeah. And don't worry, hey, uh, there's no problem in ever playing even big favorites. I know people say, hey, playing a $4 favorite will bury you. Well, you know what? If you are going to take a shot at a plus 300 now and then, probably should be mixing in a 400 once in a while, whether it's in a parlay or whatever. Really, even a minus 1,000 is technically a 50-50 prop. Like if you played enough games, right? That underdog is supposed to still come in 1 out of 10 times. So it's just a matter of having it at the right time. You could bet that 1,009 times. So I'm not, preaching it here or anything. Okay, yeah, I'm almost like you on that one, brother. Yeah, yep. Nothing over $2 really. I'm never going to give it out as a premium. Nothing over $2 is a premium, that's for sure. Um, you know, and going to give out dogs too. Okay, here's Jeff. He likes over in this one to keep the offense going. Thanks, Jeff. Is that a Brewers? Is that a Brewers shirt on, brother? Looks like it. It's kind of small to me. I'm sure if it was on my big screen, I could see it, but looks like that Brewers logo. Shout out, my family's from Wisconsin, or my main, the bulk of the family, long term, Wisconsin. If it is, okay. Alabama here. Let's move on. Got App State taking on Troy in this one. In the Sun Belt final, yeah, we're going to preview. You bet we're going to preview the Sun Belt final here with App State coming in 8-4, 6-2 in conference. Troy 10-2, 7-1 against the spread over their last 8 games. They've won 9 straight. Uh, App State has won 5 in a row in this series, and 7 of the last 8 games, 6 of the last 8 games between these two have gone over. Uh, App State won and covered 3 of the last 4 games here at Troy. Troy, this is one of the playing the conference home games here, so you get a little bit built in here in this one. But for App State, uh, look, some of their numbers might not look as good as Troy's here, but I would expect App State to be able to come in and compete in this game. I think they can produce points and yards here against the Trojans in this one. Let me see. I have a couple of notes here I wanted to share. Appalachian State has had 500 yards in 3 of their last 5 games coming into this one. And for Troy, they are under this coach so far, since he's come into the last 2 years, he's pretty much destroyed the conference against the spread. 12-3 in Sun Belt games with Sumrall so far. So I couldn't do it as a premium, but I like App State. There's a lot of indicators here, and I think you guys, I may be on the I'm again here might be. I feel like I'm, you know, on an island, and I don't want to be that guy. I'm not looking for attention here. I'm not going to come back and say, "Look at all these games." Here's Ferner on the under in this one.
System play final.
Okay. Troy 9-13 is a favorite. Their last 22 at home, and 2-3 this year. And Brent says Troy is different this season.
Final.
All right. Not too many comments on this one. Give me Appalachian State. Remember when they were the new entry? Remember kind of when they were the new entry way back? All right. Let's see here. Oh, can't forget the one everyone's talking about. And well, if any game, talk about the injuries and the quarterbacks and what are we going to do? That's Florida State's dilemma here today against Louisville. So probably give outside and total in this one is what I feel like, because I wasn't going to do it. One thing about giving out a premium, right? Yeah, I want to handicap injuries, and if I feel like I've got a feel, I'm going to still go with it. But I do think in this one, I just feel a little bit uncomfortable, maybe laying out a premium play for someone with, we don't know who's going to play quarterback unless, I should turn on game day. Maybe you guys have seen something. I've got the tweet deck open here, trying to wait and see, because this is, it's kind of the big issue here moving forward about what are we going to do with Florida State. We know Jordan Travis is out, and we know Rodemaker has a concussion, and he's going to be, got to go through concussion protocol. So that's all we're waiting on, if he can play today. If he passes, he's in. If not, he's not going to be in. So that's what makes this game the most difficult here right now. I'm going to say he is going to make it to in the game today, but I would say that I wouldn't put those chances right now at much more than 50, 60, 70%, maybe somewhere right in there. So you're trying to handicap these injuries. I'm going to take Florida State in this game, and I'm going to take the over, just to let you know right now. That's where I'm going to go. I hope Rodemaker is in there. In this one, the second string quarterback. Look, Jordan Travis is pretty good. And again, it's kind of one of those things. Now, I think this is more than the situation with the quarterbacks at SMU or other quarterback situations maybe that have been discussed here when you're and again, like I said, this maybe more resembles when you have Rodemaker coming in for Jordan Travis. Yes, Jordan Travis is awesome. He's had an incredible year. He plays for Florida State, uh, you know, undefeated record and all that. But Rodemaker, hey, you know what? He looks like he's going to be pretty good, right? Just give him time moving forward here and give him some experience. And he'll be pretty decent now. Is it going to be you know, Jordan Travis decent? Probably not. But is he going to be like a good Florida State quarterback in a school that usually has pretty decent quarterbacking? Maybe so. So it would be nice to have him
Final.
in the game here. That's the way I look at kind of these, situations. So I think that Florida State will be fine with Rodemaker in there today, and I'm going to take a chance that he will be in there. If not, they're going to be down, I believe, to Brock Glenn, who again another. Um, Again, I just go on the reports. I don't know. I don't go scouting these guys or anything like that. I just read and uh, uh, or pretend to read or look at the pictures or something anyway. But Brock Glenn also can be okay and fine. We'll see. But Rodemaker, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions in his time in there this season. So Louisville's awesome. Plummer's good. They went 10-2, 6-5-1 against the spread so far this season. Both teams averaging a ton of points here, obviously. And I'm taking Florida State and the over here in this one. We really haven't seen too much. Well, let me see here. I think I got the wrong total up there, though. I think right. Yeah. I had this typed in from days ago. So it would be nice. I know I like to give I always say, oh, I'm going to put the worst line up there. I'm not going to put 52, but we will put the 46.5 here in this one. And Florida State showing Bet Online at a pick'em right now -115. I'm showing Bovada at -2. And again, this line is set to move as soon as we find out what is going on, which we have not yet. Let me just, however, get your comments on this one. I think you will have some on this game. Hello to Howard as well today. Darren likes the under. And again, I'm sorry I put the wrong line, Darren. Maybe you still like the under. Maybe I like the over at this number. Maybe I liked it at the other number. But again, if it was the other number, the quarterback situation would be more stable. Seeing some postponements here from international soccer. Certainly some weather conditions going on. At least a half a dozen postponements in different leagues, not all top leagues. And okay, maybe not. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. I had prepared a little bit for the show a few days ago on some of these, typing it in, and it certainly was that high, right? No doubt. I show back on the 26th. There was a line of 52.5. Bet Rivers had 52.5 on the 26th. And then it started to continue to go down as it looked like Rodemaker was having problems kind of being in when Rodemaker was in there, right? They were kind of expecting him to be able to, produce. Okay. All right. I'm taking Florida State and the over here. No matter what, even if the third teamer's in there, I'm looking at the spot. If Rodemaker is out, I imagine the game will move to a pick 'em or so. And I've heard last night plenty of support. I think I'm, most seems like most people on Louisville. I could go into the percentage. I don't want to bore you with that type of ticket percentage. I don't want to bore you with that type of stuff. Okay. Here we go. Ferner will take over with me. Oh, thank you, Darren. Yeah, appreciate it. That was for the App State game. He said, Darren says, take Louisville. And Terrell says FSU will still get there. Ferner will take them on the money line. And that's pretty much what we're dealing with. Okay. All right, we gotta keep going here, man. And we got basketball and hockey, and I want to finish in an hour. The Big Ten. Oh boy, what's gonna happen? I mean, I came up here talking about how maybe, just maybe, right? We're gonna see Harbaugh lose his job eventually and all that. Could he save his job? Would he want to stay here and go through this? All they're gonna be doing is targeting him here again and again when he could go make millions and millions of dollars in the NFL here
System
moving
play.
forward. So, anyways, here we go with the crazy game tonight. The
System
total is it still 22 and 35? Let's get it right. So, pretty easy to figure out what the score is going to be in this one, right? 20 uh 27 to 7 or so, 28 to 7. 28 to 7, that's about right where we're looking at here with the score. That's 35 points. That's a 21-point spread. So just start there and try to figure out where you don't need me to handicap this one if you want. I mean, that, I know you guys can do math probably better than, like I said, I count by 7 really well. But how do you view it? How will it go down? Will it be 28 to 7? Will it be 35-7? Will it be 35-14? Will it be 35 to nothing? Will it be 28 to 7, 35 to 7, 35 to 14, 28 to 14? Anything in there, some field goals mixed in. So this is a thread the needle special, and I'm gonna take Iowa in this one. Michigan, yeah, they should stomp them. I imagine if they don't win by more than 22 points, we'll have question marks maybe surrounding. If it's 28 to 14, then we might be questioning what's going on. I don't think anybody wants any part of Iowa in this one, do they? I'm going to take them, however, um, in the game. For me, if I'm handicapping the quote unquote spot, after a while, these kind of the just Michigan looks like the team that puts away distractions right now and are, you know, willing to just bomb and have no problem here. But I'm gonna try Iowa in the game. If indeed we're expecting another one of those low scoring Big Tens,
Team play.
Michigan should be able to score against anybody, right? 9-0 straight up, 6-2-1 against the spread in Big Ten games this season. Uh, Michigan 4-5-1 against the spread as a double-digit favorite this year. 10 out of their 12 games, they were a double-digit favorite, and they didn't cover the spread in half of those games. And again, we weren't talking about the Big 12, Big Ten championship game. Say what you want about Iowa, they've qualified, they won the other division. They got to fix this. I mean, everybody would. We want to see Michigan, Ohio State run it back, whatever. Uh, I know they put them in the same division for a reason or whatever, but hey, it's not working out this year, is it? Or is it? I don't know. Whatever they want, we'll see. It's all going to change. Michigan 20-13 against the spread, coming off of a win. Michigan also 18-8 against the spread in Big Ten of late. So problem here though is for Iowa. They've been covering numbers, getting big double digits. 8-4 against the spread. Their last 12 games as an underdog. 2-1 this year. They're 20-14-1 in conference over the last 35 games against the spread. So they've done a pretty good job there. Now we know Iowa. The big joke about all those low scoring games and when the total was 25 against Rutgers or whatever it was. They've gone under in 7 straight games here, but uh, this one's being played on turf indoors. Yeah, they're still Big Ten grinded out. We know Iowa, you know, throws to no one except a tight end, anyways. But I'm going to take Iowa plus the points here in this one. Uh, Iowa's gotten blown out in the Big Ten title game before. They hung in there one time as well. What do you guys got in the Big Ten tonight? Lassie says Michigan and over, so he's looking at it 35-7, I would imagine, 38-10, 34-10, something or bigger. Thank you, Peasy.
System play.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, just share your picks in the chat, and I appreciate you very much. And I know you're capping. We're all kind of capping. Same thing with Chad bringing in his plays today there in the chat on the other sports. Thank you, just for stopping by. That's awesome. I appreciate it. All right, Salty here. Remember, it's not me. I want to see your plays, but I want them shared. I want other people to get to know you. Oh yeah, no, I believe me that we've talked about it. Double. Nobody getting one over on me. Iowa games are ridiculously low, but they also are playing one of the best teams in the country today. Ferner's got it as an under here with a blowout. Actually, you know what, PZ? Thank you actually for the basketball because we're not going to cover a lot of college basketball today. So I do appreciate you informing the chat with some great plays. I'll be all over the college basketball. All right, that's it for college football. Enjoy the games today. I would have actually given Prairie View and Florida A&M, but I found it right now to actually be a pretty tough handicap for a game that actually, uh, to give you the way I look at it, games like that need a little bit more of a deeper dive, if you want to call them those, because I don't see as many of those games, probably more than you, but um, nothing on the SWAC championship yet. Maybe in the Discord, I'll have something there. I do have FCS today, and I think I'm going to be over on. Hopefully, I better keep talking and get this done. Join Boston Sauce over there on one of the channels, and I'll give my FCS plays over there today. I think they're ready to roll. All right, NBA, we got to roll with this right now. Here we go. These are going to be even more rapid fire. These are just going to be picks. I think try to get this done in 15 or 20 minutes with I don't know, 10 or 11 games. How are we going to pull this off? Anyways, Warriors and get the right line up there, everything that's going on. I could use your help. Okay, Warriors and Clippers here. The Clippers are a 5-point favorite, and the total's 229 in this one. And I'm going to take the Warriors here, getting the points from the Clippers today. I'll move it down to 5 here. I think that's going to be the total. Hey, I do a little bit of breaking news right now. Well, we'll cover it here, actually. It's some NBA injury. We're about to do the NBA, so guess we'll just wait on that. Not anything too pressing, but okay. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Warriors. Whatever, just give out the play, Ramon. Let's go. I'm gonna give out the Warriors here in this one against the Clippers. Warriors 6-3 on the road so far. This season, 6-3 against the spread on the road so far this season. They're not covering numbers of late, but they are getting numbers on the road, and they've been an underdog a few times. Clippers haven't been great against the spread, even though they're playing a little bit better of late. Give me the Warriors today +5, and yeah, don't forget of the teams just met a couple of nights ago. Clippers won. Warriors won that one 120-114, covering 2 points. All right, Fernando likes the over. Darren was on the Warriors. Fernando says take him on the money line here tonight. All right. Next up,
System play.
Timberwolves taking on the Hornets, and the Timberwolves, man, they're great defense. Hornets, like I said, without Ball now, it's going to be kind of key for me moving forward. Without Ball, I think that's kind of the key injury here. It does affect the pace for the Hornets, but tonight I'm still going to go over in this one at 221. The Timberwolves are favored here by 6. I don't know what I can do with the side here in this one. Minnesota's been pretty terrific, but they're actually starting to be a little bit overrated here for sure. I think everyone's kind of onto them. They're 2-5-1 against the spread on the road so far this season. Now the Hornets have been one of the worst spread teams going this season with a little bit more expectations. Maybe I don't know why, but they are 2-6-1 against the spread at home. So two teams that really aren't covering the spread very well at all. Minnesota is 9-7-2 against the spread. They are over 500, but this is their worst role here as a I would think as a road favorite. Not much positive to say about Charlotte, but I will say this: Charlotte, they have been an over team. Yeah, they're without Ball. I think that will affect the pace and uh, for the most part. But here with this total, I think probably going down here, moving for in fact yeah, I'm going to leave it at 221. I already see 219 and a half at an offshore book and the book here 10 minutes from me down the street, 219 and a half, circa 219 and a half. I'll leave it at that price. You can grade me on this price. The move is on the under here, but I'm going to go over still in this one. And let me see if I can't get the steam here up. Yeah, the steam came in on the under at this one at 221. But still, Charlotte over this season in 11 of 17 games, over in 10 of 14 games as an underdog. Now, Minnesota, they're not a big over under team one way or the other, but they are 5-3 to the over on the road. So give me the over here. Oops. Let me at least get any comments that you might have. And here's Blake with the over, and Lazzy Love wants the Wolves. And Chad, the concerns with Edwards here and his availability in producing the points. He's doubtful for this game for sure. And I'm sure that's probably affecting the move to the under. All right, Peasy, thank you for your NBA today. Lazzy, watching Arsenal. Awesome, Lazzy.
Steam play.
Chad says can the points get up there considering the Wolves' awesome play defensively so far this season? So, again, I'll just point out that the Wolves, like I said, have gone over in 5 of their 8 road games thus far, and they're playing a weak team here. Yeah, they're without Edwards. We know that. And Peasy says the next guy steps up. And again, we're seeing pressure to the under, right? Probably based on those injuries a little bit. Even Saturday, we're going to get a little bit more casual play, even the ball, and maybe people are talking about that. Okay, let's keep it going here. I'll be on some, on a NBA Saturday like that. Look, you think games are coming fast and furious for a handicapper. Look, the NBA players only have to play one game. I think how hectic the lifestyle really is, right? We can barely get enough sleep to arrive, whining about it. But I just went to bed after watching a game late at night, got up, 4 or 5 hours later, start working on today. And this is their job to go play city to. Okay, here we go. Cleveland on the road, big favorite here against the Pistons. Up 8.5, 9.5 now. This one's gone up to 9.5 at a lot of spots, and the total is 225.5. I'd say 9.5 is the most popular line right now. And I even see some 226 action out there. So this one has moved to the over here with the Cavs and the Pistons. What did I do? I lost it. Oh, here we go. Cavs and the Pistons. The widely reported steam came in on the Cavaliers at minus 8.5 or so. We've seen some big move here to the total over here just over the last hour or so to 225.5. It was as low as I saw an opener as low as 223 at some spots. So we're definitely seeing a move to the over here. And I'm probably going to roll with the Cavs to drub the Pistons in this terrible losing streak currently that the Pistons are on. You got to feel bad for the Pistons right now. They did get the money last time out against the Knicks. Remember, we took them there, uh, taking that 6 points, but I don't know tonight. Uh, for me, I think the Cavs probably can roll them. That move to the over is kind of interesting too. I would think it could go over. I have more confidence in the Cavs here in this one. There's absolutely zero value here. I saw an opener as I want to say as low as I think the general opener was as low as 8. I thought I saw a line lower than that, but I'm not too worried about it now. I'm laying 9.5 with the Cavs here today on the road. Maybe this is one you guys can get behind with me. And let's take a look. All right. Yep. And a good point. The Pistons have gotten a little bit healthier here of late, and they got to win one of these. It feels like, but with uh, uh, Bogdanovich finally probable here in this one. Thompson also coming probable here today. Pistons are going to be getting very, very close here. All right. Peasy. Thank you, Peasy. That's really nice of you to say. Um, I always tried to do like a broadcaster voice, and then I got stuck with the like, because I never, I think my voice held me back. I would have been destined for greatness. All right. Okay, look at this. Thank you, Chad. Fernando under. Chad takes the Chad challenge on like the, you know, worst game where I'm laying the worst line. That's fine, Chad. But I wouldn't say that I'm putting this one actually on a confidence level low. I like the Cavs here to roll this. And I love Jose's emojis there. That's right. Perky. I've got I've charged for that type of service. All right.
System play.
Here we go. Let's keep it rolling in the NBA, man. Here we go. Magic and net. You're not getting money, not many trends, not many stats. Just the picks here with the Magic coming into this one. Just a 2.5 point dog. Good teams, good game here with a underrated game here with the Magic and the Nets. Two of our favorite teams for making money, that's for sure. This season, can I roll here with the Magic on the road, getting a couple of points? I think so. I think I could take them even on the money line in this one. I'm going to try to get with the Magic here. Did I try to go against them last game? Magic, best in the league, pretty much. It feels like for covering numbers. They're 15-4 against the spread so far this season. 6-2 on the road against the spread. Brooklyn's great. They have nearly as good of a record covering numbers at home. It's tough. Not everybody can win. I'm going to take the Magic in this one here, and wasn't necessarily sold on the total here just yet. What I will mention is Orlando is 5-2 to the over on the road so far this season, so get you a little bit of numbers. But I'm going to take Orlando plus points on the road here and the money line too. But let's add those points as a play here on the show. Fernando will lay the Nets. And Fernando's also going to go over. And oh man, the moves are just rolling in here. I wish we probably should just sit here and read off moves all day instead of listen to me ramble on. And Werner is going to take the Magic plus the points with me here. And it looks like trouble now here, but Let's see. Chad, but and again, I mean, I just leave that in because I totally agree with now. This is a long term injury that we know that, but this would be an interesting, would be a spot where you'd like to have a player like that. But yeah, obviously he's been out for quite a while in a couple weeks here. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And again, I'm on the spot here with Orlando for me. If this line moves or anything, just to make it clear. If the line moves, I mean that's so be it. I expect you guys to grade me at a better line. I give the worst line here when we know all the information, and I expect you guys to give just a tiny bit of credit if the line moves to my favor a little bit in an injury that is benefits me too. I can't stay on the air all day, or could I?
Steam play.
I'm on the Magic. Hawks and Bucks. In this one, the Bucks are favored at home. In this one by 6.5, and the total, yeah, it's 253. So, are we going to see a new high total of all time today in this one with the Hawks and the Bucks? I don't know if I'm. Well, let me take a look real quick because uh, yeah. Let me just be clear in this one. I'm going to give outside in total, I think, here in this game. There's enough games to go around, and whether or not we'll have a ton of premium with these college football games. I mean, I want to feature those as my top picks. Those are the games I work the hardest on. You're going to feel the strongest, right? It's not just about making the premiums the biggest games. You're going to have the best confidence in the biggest games a lot of times too. Here's the Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks, and I'm going to go under in this one. Maybe it's too, I won't say too easy because they're getting the highest total of all time, but I think this one, maybe they've just got it a little bit wrong. Yeah, am I worried that the total is going higher and it's been steamed up from 250? And I already reported that these high totals that have been getting steamed up like this, they seem to be clicking at a pretty high rate. That's the ones that end up going over and that I have gotten wrong a few times. I'm getting them more and more right as the season goes along. So hopefully it works out here. I'm going under 253. I know that sounds easy to do. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is screaming, of course, you're supposed to go over. It went from, it even opened lower than 250 at some spots, right? 248 at Bet Online. 248.5 at DraftKings. So no value in the over here. And interestingly, a lot of these big totals over the last 3 or 4 days have ended up just a couple of points short. I lost on two of them where I said, hey, we're going to keep rolling on these big totals. So a double play here, Bucks and under for me in this one. And we'll get your comments. Maybe I can throw in a stat or two. Fernando leaning the under here. And Fernando's on the Bucks. Here's Milwaukee and under. I want to say hello to Jennifer Wynn here today. She's concerned with my yeah, I mean, there's nothing I could do. I'm not making it to ESPN. Too many but I don't have a script either. I'm looking at 4 screens of stats and a bunch of paper with a bunch of games and notes. So you're going to get a lot of Jennifer. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you like sports and sports betting, but I guess it might not work out for us because of the All right. Now I lost my place because Jennifer's got me thinking about my all right. Any more plays here from you guys? Chad Challenge is going to be with me here again. He'll take in this one, Chad, I feel a little bit better about. I'll accept the challenge. Maybe I should have to accept the challenge. No, you decide, brother. You've won 15 of the last 18 or whatever it is. Fernando says it still might go over. All right. Give me the Bucks and the under in this one. All right, Pelicans and Bulls now here in this one with the Bulls favored or underdog here at home against the Pelicans. The Bulls give them a little bit of credit, right? I mean, they keep kind of
Team
pulling
play.
off some of these games a little bit. Everybody wants to bury them for dead. Yeah, they're 6-14, so it hasn't been great. I think you might know where I'm headed here with this one. Um, did see some pressure here to the over again. I think I can go a double play here with this game as well. Why not? I'm on tilt a little bit thanks to Jennifer. So let's give out more plays. Blake's on the Pelicans here. I'm on the Bulls. Give me the Bulls plus the points. And I better update it to the most correct line. Oh, it is. Okay, 3
Team play.
and 220 or so. I'm going over, so maybe I should actually move it up. I think it's even 220.5 at some spots at this point. No, maybe 220 still. Let me at least put 220 there. Can't have everybody nitpicking this stuff. All right, here we go. Give me a double play here in this one. I'm going Bulls plus the 3. That's where the move is. So I know there's going to
System
be
play.
plenty of people on the Pelicans today. Here's one of the games last. I just want to mention it from last night. Okay. Gosh. What? Oh man. Trying to think of what game it was. Was it the maybe it was the football game? Okay. Now I can't think, but so we're talking about yesterday on the show, right? It was like they just keep piling on and piling on and piling on. Why is the spread moving? I know it's talked about to a certain extent about why lines are moving again, right? Pelicans, they should beat the Bulls. Moves on the Bulls. Who's taking the Bulls? Only fools like me, I guess. The Sharps are taking the Bulls. I'm showing sharp action running heavy here on the Bulls. Sharps taking the points at home. The Pelicans, you guys can be on the Pelicans. I'm not calling you square. The public side to me is going to be the Pelicans here. Nobody wants the Bulls. I'm taking the Bulls. Here's Blake on the Pelicans, Darren on the Pelicans, Salty Fly Guy on the Pelicans, Chad Challenge. Everyone's taking the Pelicans. Give me the Bulls today. And did I end up on the bad side of one of these yesterday? Yeah. Charles says, "What are you doing, Ramon? You got the Pels on the back to back." I know I'm playing the spot here. Give me the Bulls in this one. Hi, Lex. Nice to see you. Fernando's on the over with me, and I'll take the over with Fernando. At least we got somebody agreeing with me here. Chad can't even look at the Bulls. Yeah, Bulls have issues, but nobody's going at 0-82. So, and again, to me, I mean, like I said, sometimes these are the spots I'm interested in. Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. Give me the Bulls. Pelicans have been red hot of late. They've covered eight of their last 10. The Bulls are 4-8 against the spread as an underdog this year. Can't give you any trends in this one. They're going to be saying to take the Bulls. I can tell you over here, looking at the Ramon Scott Sharp Action Report, we're on the Bulls tonight. The over, you guys. Let's have some fun talking about the Bulls tomorrow. Come in here and tell me how the Pelicans mushed the Bulls. All right. Pacers and Heat tonight with the Heat favored at home by 3. I think that's kind of hopefully maybe other than the us, maybe that's why you're coming here. Because I'm gonna give you that look, right? I think sometimes we get caught up. Look at the Oregon Ducks, for example, last night a little bit, right? That was a pretty public side. I gave out Washington yesterday as my premium play. Not talking down to anybody, but I'm going to give you even on the free play. I'm going to give you something hopefully to think about at least. Want to come in here and say bad handicap? I don't have a problem with that. You're never going to get banned for being critical of my handicap or the losses. Now, if you want to bag on my hair, my old age, my wrinkles, anything, I'm going to ban you. You want to talk about bad handicapping? You could even the diction, the dictation, no problem. But no personal attack. I don't mind about that. That's not a. All right, here we go. Pacers and Heat. We're gonna finish this show in 25 minutes. Here we go. Pacers and Heat tonight. I like the Heat. I'm gonna lay the points here with Miami. It's up to 3.5. Let's call it 4 right now. I'm showing it as high as. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave it at 3.5. I don't see any 4s out there. In fact, I see some 3s out there. So give me Miami tonight, minus the points here. I did see some more action coming in on the over. I don't know if it's necessarily going to get me there just yet. And I don't give out leans on the show, but I'm going to say, well, maybe I like the over, but I'll take the Heat here in this one. And we'll see about the over. It might make the premium, actually. And all right. Anything here with this one? Nothing salty. I was just not even a rant or anything like that. All right. Nothing it looks like from you guys here. I might be going a little fast. We've got to pick up the pace. And I don't mean the Pacers. Oklahoma City and Dallas. So there will be question marks here, I think. Look, Dallas is at home. I think, we expect Luka to get back to work. I don't think pro athletes usually don't take a second day after the birth of their child, by my experience. So I don't even see him on the list or anything like that. And this is a tough one, I think, for me here, but I'm going to look to the Thunder on the road, laying the points right now here for this one. If anything, this one feels like the sharp action play a little bit, right? You got two teams with similar records here. There seems to be some type of built-in impliance that Dallas could be without, somebody today, right now. I mean, they're just showing Hardaway Jr. questionable, Exum questionable. That's why I say it. But I like Oklahoma City for the situation for them here. I might feel a little. Darren's on OKC, Chad's on OKC. Okay. Terrell says they'll bounce back easily after getting blown out without the right, Chad. I don't, again, I don't want to say anything and then look bad, but the line to me indicates that something, so I'm playing the Thunder here in this one, and I'll just leave it at that. There's not much you can say about the numbers here. The Thunder is absolutely crushing on the road. We know that they're 8-1-1 against the spread so far, or 6-1-1 against the spread on the road. They are one of those 3 or 4 hot spread teams right now. 13-4 against the spread overall. 7-2 against the spread as a favorite, and Dallas is an underdog. 1-3 against the spread, 3-5 against the spread at home. Dallas is definitely, kept it going here. Definitely looking pretty okay after we were wondering what was going on. But let's take the Thunder. This is not the role you want the Thunder in necessarily. It feels a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm going to roll with the Thunder here tonight. Okay. Grizzlies and Suns. Suns favored in this one by 9. Total 219. It's definitely going down here in this one. There has been some widely reported steam that came in at about 219.5. So just at least make the change there. And for the Suns, we're mostly looking at 9s out there right now. I think the Suns can probably roll the Grizzlies in this spot. I'm going to loosen up and I'm going to say spot more. All right. I like the Suns to blow out the Grizzlies. I'm going to give out a double play here in this one. I like the Suns in an over. This total is moving down here a little bit, but I feel confident with the Suns and the Grizzlies tonight. I would almost do a coin flip and maybe think one of these could be a premium. One move that did come out right now, a game we've already talked about. So let me just cover it. A Steam play just came up in a different game, but I just want to mention it. Cavaliers and Pistons. This game is on the move higher right now. I'm showing it up to 226 at Bovada, 226 at South Point, 226 at Circa. That was as low as 223 earlier on the opener, and we talked about it. It's going up higher. Cleveland and Detroit. Steam move right now. All right, give me Phoenix and the over here in this one. Phoenix is, neither of these teams are covering numbers, that's for sure. But Phoenix is 10-9, so they're a little bit over 500. Memphis just 7-11 against the spread here. I like Phoenix to win this one by double digits in a high-scoring game tonight. Phoenix and over for me. Chad says blow them out. All right. I'll keep going. These are just picks.
Critical notice.
Portland and Utah tonight.
Steam play.
And Utah. Wow. Okay.
Critical notice.
All right. Taking Portland and Utah here. Utah is a 1.5 point favorite, maybe a 2 point favorite here right now. 218.5. Just getting a lot of blow ups here about postponements, bad weather on a lot of those soccer matches in lower divisions right now. The fields aren't as in good of condition. All right, Portland and Utah. Let's go, Ramon. Gotta make sure, please, Jennifer here. Utah, the move has been on Portland here. It was as low as 3 and moved to 1.5. The move has definitely been on the under here, opened as high as 225, and they've steamed it even lower than this right now. This total has gone down to as low as 218. Now I have the hiccups. What is she going to say about that? All right. 218. There we go. All right. 1.5 and 218 for the Jazz here and the Blazers. Man, that is a big time mover. I was going to put a premium in on the under, and now it feels like it's gotten away from me here a little bit. I still like the under. I can't get with the side at all in this game. Maybe you guys can. I'm going to have to take the under at this awful price. Down as many as 7 points from the opener. It's pressing here against my lowest number. I'm going under still here. I can't afford too much more, so I'll give it out right now. And nothing from you guys. My play's on the under. I'm not certain on the side at this point. Probably won't have anything in this game. It feels like to me on the side anyway. Let's keep it roll. Got to finish. Got a ton of NHL and just a few minutes to do it, man. Here we go. Nuggets and Kings. I'll be on the over here in this one with the Nuggets and the Kings. This one's seen more overpressure here within the last half an hour or so. So give me the over here in this one at 232.5 now as even. It's going up here to 232.5. Oh, stuff is blowing up around here. Wouldn't you like to be here with all these plays coming in? I'm going to take the over 232.5. It's only gone higher here for these two teams, and I like it to go over. in this one. Murray going to be questionable with that ankle injury right now. And Keegan Murray questionable still for the Kings. But I'm on the over in this one. You guys got anything? Chad's on the Kings here. Hey, Brent. Good to see you there. Okay, Chad talking about the Denver back-to-back. And Denver, yeah, very, very bad at home. I'm not sure yet, though. But Denver 3-8 against the spread on the road. Sacramento 5-1, or I'm sorry, 3-4 against the spread at home. Sacramento 5-2 to the over at home so far this season. Denver's been a big time under on the road, no doubt about it. But I'm going to take the over here at 232.5.
Critical notice.
One more, it's with the Rockets and the Lakers, and this is where the news has kind of come in here. LeBron questionable, but that's every day, right? Pretty much. So it's still 5 and 222 here for tonight's game. Didn't really move the needle when he was reported as questionable. I think just because we've come to expect that right now from LeBron. And for me, I was going to kind of take a look at the Lakers here in this one and the under tonight. But let's just stick with the Lakers here at this point. I'm going to take them and lay 5 points. And if LeBron's out, I'm still going to take the Lakers at minus 2.5 or so. And we'll see. AD at this point, he is not appearing on the list. Ryu Hachimura is questionable in this one. And Fred is probable for the Rockets. All right, I'm taking the Lakers, everybody. Go Lakers. Let's get to hockey real quick. I'm keeping. If I can get to the next game before you guys hit the chat, that's not going to do very good because that's what everybody's here to see what you guys have. So I'm hoping I'm not going too fast. We just have so many games today. And let's talk about these here. Let's do this in 15 minutes. It might be just picks with Tampa Bay and Dallas here in this one. Dallas $1.60 or so. In fact, $1.55 now, $1.65 at some spots. The total is fluctuating here between 6.5 under 20 to 6 over 20 in this one. It's an early start, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And I like the Tampa Bay Lightning here in this one on the road, on the money line. I'm going to take Tampa Bay against Dallas. I just like this price. The Sharps, they're on Dallas. I rest assured, the Sharps are on Dallas here, and I'm going to be against them in this one. I also think the Sharps probably prefer the over here, but at least got to update the line a little bit. I would say it's at least 6.5 under 15 at this point. But I am going to take Dallas here. Maybe I'm leaning under in this one if I want to get a lean, and if I want to get a lean under, I better even put it as a lower line than that, because I think there are some 6 over 20s out there a little bit. There's even 6 over 15. This one's definitely Bet Online's got it at 6 under 20. So Dallas took the steam, the widely reported steam, but I'm going to take the Lightning here in this one. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Steam play.
Keep it going. Keep going. Chicago and Winnipeg. More daytime action. Big favorite here. Winnipeg, 275. Total 6 over 20, maybe for the most part.
Steam play.
And for me, look, I think, man, This one is actually a little bit tricky for me here. I don't like this game at all. Confidence is low. Alert, alert. We know that Chicago obviously struggling big time right now to get things right, to get things going here. And for Winnipeg, this looks like an extremely high price. However, it opened to hello, you guys. It opened 275 or 280. So just a real high price, but Winnipeg 12, 8, and 2 right now. Man, okay. I'm going to take the over in this one. We'll grade it at 6.5 under 20. Um, Out of all the games of this huge card today, this is my least favorite. At least I can say that for a guy that picks a million games. I'm not too happy with this one. Winnipeg is 5-7 to the under at home. Chicago's gone under in 7 of their last 10, but I'm going over here in this one. Uh, Winnipeg is in a little bit of an under streak right now, but the fact that this line is, and again, this one also, no, it's 6 over all over. So I'll grade it at 6.5 under 20, but I think you're getting the best price at 6 over 20 right now. Jets on the puck line here. Here's a Blackhawks under. Rangers and Predators here in this one, and I think we're going double play here in this one. All right, yeah. For me here, I do like the Rangers on the road. I'm going to lay the price with the Rangers at minus $1.40 here now. Maybe $1.45 at some spots, but I show $1.37, $1.27 at Circa, so we can feel safe with $1.40 here. Take the Rangers, and I also want to look to go under in this one. If it's going to be 6 over 20, Rangers are in a pretty solid streak or pretty good run of unders, if you will, right now. Right for the Rangers currently, they have gone under in 9 of their 11 road games. Nashville's gone under in 8 of their 13 games at home. So let's take the under here in this one, and I'm going to take the Rangers on the road to get it done. The Sharps, they're on Nashville. The way I see it, I feel like they're on Nashville for sure. Islanders and Panthers in this one. Panthers at home. This is one of my favorite games, I think, of the day. Now, it is going to be a big favorite, and the Panthers have been on the move here. They might have actually taken a little bit of steam. I'm showing them $1.70, $1.75, $1.80 at DraftKings. I like the Panthers. I can recommend the puck line. Maybe a little bit of a tough puck line to get. So just give out the Panthers on the show. I mean, we can give out big favorites now and then. I want to win on a Saturday. If we had a three-game card and 10 games on the day, might be pushing hard for the money line for the puck line here. But I'm going to take Panthers here money line tonight against the Isles. Panthers obviously looking pretty strong right now. Hey, Islanders been doing a great job too, but Panthers 14, 7, and 2 right now. Also, will mention Panthers have been covering a few puck lines here and there as favorites, and the Islanders have not been covering the puck line of late. They have been an underdog in some of those. Now, on the road, they have covered some decent puck lines here. They're 8-3 against the spread, against the puck line on the road thus far. So I'm going to end up on the Panthers here. We'll note Islanders 7-4 to the over on the road. To the over on the road. Give me the Panthers here. All right. Yeah, how about quick playing well? Okay, here's the Bruins and the Maple Leafs in this one. You've got a closely rated game here for sure with the Bruins on the road, favorite $1.15. I'm showing the total starting to sneak under here at 6 under 15. So Boston's moved to the favorite. Got to switch the whole thing here. This might take an extra split second. I'll call I'll call Boston $1.15 now. And here's 6 under 15. And with Olmark and Wool, I do expect here in the goal. And this is a pretty strong play for me. I think this probably would be a premium if we weren't rolling with mostly a football card today. It's one of my favorite plays right here today is on the over in the game between Boston and Toronto tonight. This one is the NHL Network game, by the way. And I'm going to be on the over here. All right. I just think for me in this one, you have Toronto 8-3 to the over so far at home this season. Boston, they are 10-12 to the over, to the 12 unders, 10 overs. Kind of a mixed bag with them, really. But I think at home for me, I'd rather play the over in this one. I'm not sure on the side actually. I'm reserving judgment in this game. Anything you guys have here with the Bruins? We'll go over. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. And Blake's on the Bruins here in this one. Okay. And keep it. We got to go fast, man. We got to go fast here. Here's the Kraken and the Senators in this one. Seattle on the road. They are an underdog, but it might be moving in Seattle's direction here a little bit. But I don't know. For me, I kind of want to take Ottawa here tonight. I'm going to take Ottawa here. They are a favorite, I believe, here, minus $1.17, $1.15, $1.18, right in that range somewhere. I'll take the Senators here against the Kraken. And the total at 6.5. I also was looking at the total here in this one, actually, and I do like this one. I'm going to give out a double play here, actually, with a big card. Let's go Ottawa and over Seattle. They've gone over in 14 of their 24 games so far this season. Ottawa's gone 7-3-1 to the over at home so far. And Ottawa's done a pretty okay job, I think, at home thus far. Ottawa just 8-10, both teams 8-10 overall. Seattle maybe has a few more points in there, I do believe, but with 3. Okay, let's do it. I am going Ottawa and the over here. Salty Fly guy. Here's the Penguins. They're going up against the Flyers. The rivalry game here. Penguins big favorite at home. $1.70 down to $1.60, $1.65 or so. Total 6 over. This one's definitely moving lower. It feels like here 6 over 20. Feels like the current price in this one. And for me, I'm probably going to be that. Look, the total's been going down. I think I favor the under here, but let's just take Philadelphia as a dog in this one. I'll take them on the money line. You might be able to want to mix in a little puck line action. Price looks a little high, but I'm going to take the Flyers to win this game tonight. These teams have similar records here, getting a pretty nice price. I don't have the Penguins goalie listed in there, but maybe you can throw it in there real quick. I've got Yari as the potential starter here. Not going to go through and get all the confirms right now, but we will take the Flyers here in this one at this plus price. Like I said, teams almost exactly identical records. You're getting $1.40 at least here with the Flyers. Yeah, I bag on the Flyers a lot, but I'm going to take them here in this one. Take Philly on Saturdays. That's what you do. Want to mention do see for Florida and Islanders, the goalies look official now with Sorokin for the Islanders. Stolars for Florida, and I had listed earlier Bobrovsky. So Stolars is in goal for Florida tonight. And that's why you come here. We get you that info. Yeah, we got a bunch of plays. You guys got plays. We want to get you the info. Here we go. Detroit and my Canadians in this one with the Red Wings favored on the road, obviously, here. And, I think maybe Detroit could be the side to look at, but not at that price. Not going to just do it just yet. Give me the over only in this one. Look, I think this one actually could go down to 6, but I'm seeing mostly 6.5 unders here at this point. So let's go ahead and pop the over here with Detroit and Montreal tonight as our play out of that game. The Sharps are on Detroit. Believe me, here in this one, they're laying the price. It is what it feels like to me,
Final play.
but I want to take the over in this one. Montreal's 7-5 to the over at home, and Detroit is 5-3 to the over on the road. And I would think. I think the public is actually going to end up thinking that this total is too high and end up going under. I think you could actually wait. You might be able to get a better price. I can't wait. I have to play it now. So let's go over Red Wings and Canadians tonight. All right, we've got the Sabres going up here against the Hurricanes in this one. And I've got for you tonight. Now, this one I don't really like too much, actually. Either I was complaining about that other game. When you got a million games and you handicap them all, they can't all be perfect, I guess. This line does look pretty high. Is it really 260? If it is, that's probably going to send me on my way to where I want to go. It's probably 230 at some spots. Now, I am showing a 260 here. I'm not taking the Hurricanes. I'm pretty sure about that. Go ahead and give me Buffalo on the puck line here in this one at plus 1.5. I am showing 260 right now at a very square offshore book. So maybe this one will be a runaway favorite, give us a little more value later on. Hold off on this one. I'm going to grab Buffalo on the puck line here tonight against the Hurricanes. Hurricanes, they've been smashing it pretty good on the puck line. You rarely see a team with a good record here, but to me, I think the price is just too high, and I'm going to have to try to squeeze in here with Buffalo on the puck line tonight. But Carolina, pretty strong, I think, on some of these puck lines here. Not of late. I guess those were more early on. But I will mention this. Buffalo, 9-4 on the puck line so far on the road, and you're definitely getting a nice price. So let's take Buffalo tonight on the puck line. Thanks, Matt. Bye-bye. We got to finish here. We're going to finish, oh my goodness, here with St. Louis and Arizona in this one. And I'm showing Arizona favorite here at home, $1.25 or so. And the total here is currently at 6.5 for the most part. I think that line is going to be right. And for me, I've got Arizona. I've got Arizona. We've been doing pretty well with the Coyotes, and I'm going to take them at home here at the Mullet on Saturday night against the Blues. And I'm considering play on the over here, and let's go ahead and do it. Doesn't look like I can get the best price, so let's give out a double play here in this one. I like Arizona here to win in this one. Look, we've called Arizona early. I think everyone's just starting now to kind of catch up to what they're up to, this kind of good situation that they are up to right now. These teams have very similar records. Arizona, I'd say they're favored for a reason. And as far as that total is concerned, look, St. Louis has been a big time under on the road. They don't score a lot of goals. They don't, uh, you know, necessarily win even a lot of games here right now on the road. But I'm going to take the over. Give me St. Louis. Arizona. I think that's my favorite play of the two. But Arizona is 13-9 to the over this season, and I'll leave that price at 6.5. Yeah, I'll leave the price 6.5 under 15. It may go lower. It may go lower. Capitals and Golden Knights tonight here in Vegas, and the Golden Knights are going to be a pretty big favorite here, of course, in this one against the Capitals here. Golden Knights $2. And the total 6 under 20, maybe even 5.5 over here. And it's kind of close for me on that total. Obviously the Knights are getting good defense, good goaltending, and all that. I'm going to take the Golden Knights tonight.
Steam play
At $1. I'm going to lay $1.90 here as a big money line. I can recommend the puck line. Maybe you go minus one goal here as well is a possibility. But I'll take the Golden Knights to roll the Capitals tonight. And this is coming from someone we've been on the Capitals, so make no mistake. I know the public is not fond of the Capitals. We've done pretty well back in the Capitals. Give me the Golden Knights here tonight. Vancouver and Calgary in this one. And for me, well, I'm going to have to look to the under as my play with the Canucks and the Flames here tonight. Not much to say. These two teams do put up some goals, no doubt about it, but I think the Sharps are on the under here tonight in this one. And I think that's going to be, I don't want to say good enough for me, because you look at Vancouver, man, they've gone 8-3 to the over on the road so far. I'm going with my, what do they call it? The eye test a little bit here in this one. The numbers would indicate. Now, I do think the total's a little high as well here. They've been going over, but now we're dealing with a 6.5. Looks like 6.5 flat now, though, at some spots. So maybe there's a little bit of sharp action here. I did see some steam come in on the under. So maybe I have a little bit of support here, but I'm going to take the under in this one. And let's see. All right, one more in the NHL, and it's the Avalanche going up against the Ducks tonight in this one. And let me pull it up here. Got to have the play before we give it out. Let's give out a double play here. Tonight I'm on Anaheim. I'll take them on the puck line just to make sure, but I think they can compete here. Maybe they can get an upset win over Colorado tonight. Colorado's about, anywhere from 220 to 240, I'd say. Maybe there's some 220s out there, so let's just make it at least a fair price and make sure we're not cheating anybody out there with this. Let's call it 220. I'll take the Ducks. A little bit of money line, a little bit of puck line here. Give me the Ducks tonight in this one. And I do like this one to go over at 6.5. So double play, lots of double plays. 4 games where you give outside in total. I'm all about the action, and I just want you guys to have an opinion what I'm thinking about the game. If you're jotting them down, maybe you fade me on some, maybe you go with me on some of those games. So, just to get out an extra opinion there. All right, we're going to move to 4 quick games in college basketball, and then we got to go, man. We've got to go. Let's go here in this one with an early start coming up just in about 90 minutes. This is going to be Marquette and Wisconsin. We're going to preview 3 games in the top 25 and get out of here, and probably just give out the pick in the games, quite frankly. Pull out my college basketball. You got to have, for college basketball, you got to have 3 sheets today, the way I look at it with all this action. All right, here we go. And for Marquette and Wisconsin, what is the total? Is it 139? Is that right? We're going under here in this one with these 2 teams. This one, 139, a 140. Okay, whatever. Wisconsin's playing. Anybody, know about Wisconsin? Now, Marquette's great. They're playing terrific. But you still got Shaka Smart. Anybody know about him? What his reputation is all about? The Sharps aren't moving too much on this game. This one feels like it's all me. I get to pull the trigger here on this one. I'm going to go under. Maybe it's, maybe I'm on the square side here in this one, but Perky's got the dirty diaper play of the day, or the clean diaper. He just changed the diapers in this one. He's got Marquette. Jeff says, give me Marquette all day. I'm starting to lean that way. I don't think I can do anything about it. So, all right, Perky, cleaning up just a little bit. This is Tony's channel. We're not on those other channels, my man. And, like I said on one of those other shows, I pretty much know I have to keep this channel pretty clean. Because of our man and his stellar reputation. So just tone it down just a little bit, my brother. I know, hey, even I get a little loose on some of those other streams, but all right, here's Colorado State taking Washington here in Las Vegas tonight. There's a doubleheader here involving good teams. These are top 40 matchups. And tonight, this one with Washington and Colorado State. I'm all over the Huskies here. Take them on the money line. Colorado State's been great. Really liked their play so far. Watch out for them in the Mountain West. Look at San Diego State. They barely beat UCSD last night. Needed a last-second shot by Leday. Good thing they've got one of the best players in the country in Leday to save their butt again. Colorado State will be top-notch in the Mountain West, one of the top teams to compete in conference. But I like Washington probably to win this game outright. I'm sorry, they're favored. No, they're not, right? I got it wrong, you guys. The line's wrong on the screen. Listen to my narration here in this game. I like Washington to win. They are an underdog in this game. Colorado State is the actual favorite. That was just a typo. But I like maybe I should just leave it. Maybe Washington should be the favorite. Wrong team's favored. Wrong team's never kind of favored. I understand what people say when they say that. Someone said it in here today. I'm not at you. All right. I don't even think that's a saying. Give me Washington. Last one. Good game. USC, Gonzaga in this one. And I know where I'm heading here. This is the last game on the board. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And I like the over. Who doesn't? This one, you got to put it at least at 152 right now, don't you? Seems like it's going through the roof. I'm showing 152.5. Let's call it 153. I hear 153.5. Let's go over tonight. USC and Gonzaga. Let's end the show. My goodness, thank you so much. Check out my premium picks over at tonyspicks.com right now. The games start in 45 minutes, and you can click on the All Cappers tab, find Ramon Scott, Put the $35 down. Use the promo code and get my 7 plays for the action tonight. I'm up over 8 1/3 units over the last 7 days. You can check out all my records right here. Look at my college basketball record from last year and this year. I'm up 43 units in college basketball in 2023. That's not all just the start of the season here. That's dating back to January. But grab this 7-pack of football plays. It's not about the plays. Okay, I'm going to sweep it. I'm going to go 7-0. I'm going to go 7-0. I'll pick any game. All the tout stuff aside, hey, you're going to support me when you buy this package. You're going to have my opinions. Will we go 7-0? Meh, maybe not. Maybe we go 6-1, 5-2, whatever. We're going to win today. You win today as well. Catch me tomorrow here with more Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. I got to go. Catch me over. I'm going to try to catch up with the guys in the Boss and the Sauce. Right now, it might be too late, but I want to thank you, all of you. I'll make sure I get my appreciation out to you. I'll be on some other shows today, but thank you so much, you guys. All right. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.